felt this pressure to live my life according to some ideal of what it's supposed to be like. Everyone says the same thing: study, get a job, and make money, which is sensible, but it also feels so mechanical. It's almost suffocating. I was tired of people telling me what to do, so at the end of college, I saved up a little bit of money and I booked myself a one way ticket to the Andaman Islands. My name is Ishan Roy, I'm 22 years old, and this is my story. I knew I didn't want to carry on doing something that I wouldn't be happy doing later on. So I asked my mom to invest in something called the Dive Masters program. And in November 2015, I left for Chiryatapu. This is the southernmost tip of the main Andaman Islands. And here I began my Dive Master program, which I had traded for an education abroad. The next 2 months were really intense, extremely exciting, and also eye opening. I found myself resetting to island time, and I fell in love with the people and the place and the way that they coexisted. It was like coming back to the origins. This was where life began, and I was hovering 2 feet above it. To be completely honest, I knew nothing about sailing. So before I left, I wrote to every single sailing school and boat builder in India, and I got just one reply, which was from the Pondicherry Sailing Association. The PSA is run by Nat and Cecile. They're a French couple that came and settled here. Nat builds boats, and Cecile runs an adventure company called Pondicherry. After the Andamans, I got myself to Pondicherry, where Nat began to teach me how to handle boats. In my spare time, I would go to the shipyard and observe the construction of these sailboats, and here I learned the basics of marine carpentry. I was sailing every day, going to the shipyard, and surfing in my free time. I also worked with Cecile on Pondi Nautic, and after 6 months of training, I was skippering sailing trips and teaching people how to sail on the weekends. Together, they've taught me so much more than I could have ever learned on my own, and they became like family to me, as did so many of the people that I met along this journey. Finally, in Vishakhapatnam, and right now we're in the market trying to find some supplies for the journey. So here we are finally at the Vizag Harbour. That's the Bavaria 44, the boat we're sailing to Chennai. One of the things I love about sailing is sailing at night. I remember during one of our sails from Vizag to Chennai, as I was keeping watch at night, the moonlight was bouncing off the water and just glowing white everywhere. And a million stars were looking down on our boat as she silently made her way across the Bay of Bengal. It's really hard to describe how I feel about the ocean. She can be rough and scary and or just glassy and lifeless or just perfect at times. But there's no illusions there. It's all real. And there's something extremely comforting about that. It's been a year and a half since I set out on this crazy journey, and I've just learned so much along the way. I've learned so much from the ocean, and she still continues to teach me a lot. And I've also learned a lot from all the people that I've come across. And most importantly, what it's made me realize is that I just don't want to stop anymore. And I want to keep going to see what's out there. And that's what Project Anika is. In Motion at Rest is my blog where I'm going to try and share this entire journey with all of you. The ups and downs, the things I learn and the things I unlearn, all the experiences. Of course, this is a huge project and not an easy one, so it's not going to be possible for me to do everything on my own, and that's why I'm asking you guys to help out and support Project Anika.